right, everybody, welcome into 5 Star Live. Jesse Smithy along with my co-host, Jaywan Mitchell, former West Rebel. Got to see his alma mater play tonight against Jefferson County. This was a game that was billed to be pretty good. Jefferson County, a 6A program, coming into Knox County at 3-0. They'd won on TV. They'd won early in the season. Spencer Riley had that team rolling, but they rolled into here with an upset group of West Rebels, and West won 49-22, and it wasn't that close. It was 49-0 at halftime. J1, they returned the opening kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown. Omarion Wright, who will be on the set with us here in just a little while, along with Lamar Brown. 90-yard kickoff return. They block a punt on the ensuing possession. The punt only goes 6 yards. Next thing you know, Baker Dance hits Shannon Blair, number 1, over the top for a touchdown, and it's 14-0, and we're not even 3 minutes into that game.
Yeah, like you said, they went up real quick in the blink of an eye, and it just shows like they wanted to come out and put their foot on the opponent's neck real early to show, like, not give them a chance at all. And they showed and expressed their dominance right at the start of the game at the beginning. Like you said, they came with a shockwave with that kickoff return by Amari, and then, like you said, they got the block. They were just dominating in every phase of the game. Like, it wasn't just offense and defense. Like, their special teams really stepped up and dominated and didn't really just smothered them and never gave them a chance to do anything that they wanted to do.
Yeah, I can't remember a game where I was just so indifferent in watching the second half. I'm not sure I watched one play in the second half. I looked at the clock occasionally to see if Jefferson County was going to ruin the mercy rule and see if they got it down under 35, but this was just West all night long. Yeah. Isaiah Mattress had big runs to set up a touchdown. He got into the end zone in the first half. We saw John Cupp go into Wildcat formation and score a couple times. It was that bad that he fumbled the snap, had time to pick it up out of the Wildcat and score easily. It was just all West all night tonight. And get this, you being a former West Rebel, first 4-0 start in school history.
Wow. That's something else. That's big time. Big time.
I mean, you think back to the years where West was going to the state championship games.
Wouldn't think that.
They had Maryville early in the season. So it was always that one loss early in the year that kind of prevented them from starting 4-0. But one of the assistant coaches told me tonight that West High School 4-0 for the first time in school history. So hats off to Lamar Brown here in his third year. And I know they have to be ecstatic. We got Omarion coming onto the set here in a second. But for somebody that's seen this program on the rise through the last decade or so, what do you think that 4-0 start means to them?
I think it really means a lot because it says a lot about where we've come from as a history in our program. You know, I really feel like I was looking at the banners up there, and it was like 1994, then it jumped to like when I was in school and when it was my junior year. So I really felt like our class, the 2010 class and the 2011 class, really had a lot to do with starting the progression of us doing well, winning, becoming a winning program in sports, both basketball and football. So I think this really means a lot to really get over that hump and get that start going where you're 4-0 and you're confident, and you can just ride it on out.
Jared, do we want to roll the highlights from tonight's game? Let's get into those and take a look at just how dominant West High School was in this matchup. There he goes, number 12, Omarion Wright, with a 90-yard kickoff return to set the tone in this game. And you could just feel the momentum on West side. Here comes the block punt that we talked about. Got their hands on it. Maybe a 6-yard net. I can't remember, 6 or 8-yard net.
Yeah.
And first play from scrimmage following that blocked punt, Baker Dance connects with Shannon Blair. Oh, we're going to get some more sacks in here. Drew Francis, Tyrese Edwards, just absolute monsters tonight.
Yes,
you'll see Tyrese Edwards here chasing laterally. There's a reason he's going to Arkansas. And so just a fantastic effort from West tonight. This is a run from Isaiah Mattress, getting them deep into Jefferson County territory. No lightning delays here tonight. That was fantastic. Following things on social media, seeing a lot of that from around the area. And saw some lightning in the distance. You don't know what heat lightning is. That bothers me. You and our photographer, Danny Parker, I said, yeah, it's just some heat lightning in the distance. There's no reason to stop this game. And nobody's heard of heat lightning.
No, I never heard
is that just a West Tennessee thing or whatever? But it never interrupted play, and Omarion gets them into scoring position here. Nice move. Nearly gets into the end zone. Then we'll see John Cup go into Wildcat formation. This isn't the fumble. This is just the clean play. Touchdown, and it just got out of hand really easily.
Yeah, they just, like you said, they really just showed that they were just the better team. You know?
Yeah, Jai Hundley with a touchdown there. And here's the fumble, I believe. Yep, you fumble, you scoop it up between your legs. That just shows you that Jefferson County defensively is not doing what it needs to do to just even disrupt the offense.
No, they couldn't do anything. I mean, to me, really, even if they tried, one thing I did notice in the game immediately is there's a big size difference between West Rebels and Jefferson County. And, Jefferson County, they fought. It might not show in the score, but, they didn't just lay down. That, the Rebels are just that good right now, and they're just that kind of team.
All right, let's hand the mic off to Omarion. We'll get him in here. Are we saying that right, Omarion?
Omarion.
Okay, Omarion. All right. So we're going to hold the mic up here close to your mouth, and congratulations on the win so far, and 4-0, first 4-0 start in history. Did they tell you guys that there in the locker room?
Yes, sir. We actually gave our game ball to Ashley Jesse, our principal. She hired Coach Brown after, my freshman year, after we had that bad year. Miss Jessie, she really believed in Coach Brown, and Coach Brown, he's flipped it all the way for us. And I thank him and his coaching staff for it.
She cry or anything?
Coach Brown got emotional. She cried. We all, yay, got the game ball.
To get this thing kicked off, literally, the kickoff return there, on film, did y'all see anything that maybe gave you a thought that you could maybe bust one tonight?
Well, actually, we had a reverse set up to Ja Hundley.
On that play?
We thought they were gonna kick it to Elijah Rogers, the freshman. Elijah was gonna hand it off to Ja Hundley. He's gonna pause for a second and reverse it backfield, but they kicked it to me, and I saw Ja start blocking, so I just went that way. I saw a hole, and I took off.
So that didn't materialize, but I saw you guys come out with everything tonight. We saw, I think, a flea flicker. Was this all kind of scripted out and planned too?
Well, yeah, our game plan, Coach Malone, he does a great job. Our game plan was to be aggressive, and that's what we did. We handled business. First play of our first actual drive, it was a touchdown to Shannon Blair.
Yeah, to get up early like that and to go ahead and suck all the life out of that game, not only does that help you guys rest up for next week's game against Oak Ridge, it also gets guys that are younger in the game more. How big is that in terms of developing the program, and when you're gone, having this next line of guys come in and having that experience?
Well, it's big. Guys, you don't know who's going to go down, so they need to have that varsity experience. They got to be ready to make plays when their number is called.
To be a part of this program and to be at 4-0, and now we're approaching the midpoint of the season, what do you want to see yourself and your teammates doing better to make that push towards being a big-time playoff contender?
Well, we need to first get better every day, stack practices, and the love is there. We just got to keep loving each other more. That's all we got to do.
Health-wise, how do you recover? How does a high school kid recover from a game like this and be ready for Monday to start practicing?
Ice bath, definitely. Monday, film session. We get our film session in. Got to get the ice bath.
All right. Ice bath, you don't do cryotherapy? My man Jared back here?
Yeah, I do
okay.
that. Yeah.
Is it cold?
Yeah, super cold.
So what would you rather do, cryotherapy or?
Cryo.
Because it's shorter? Or?
Shorter.
All right, so my guy Jared back here has just opened up Gold Star Nutrition up there in Halls. So I don't know, maybe we can get y'all all on the bus and go see him up there. Yeah. So Omarion, appreciate it, man. We'll shake your hand. Congratulations. Let's pass the mic over to Coach here, and we'll get Lamar Brown on the set here tonight for the second time in 4 weeks. Man, you're becoming a regular. Congratulations.
Glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jess.
So we talked with Omarion. He said it was really emotional in there. First 4-0 start in program history. I'm not trying to get you to tear up in here, but this program has come far.
It has, and it starts with those kids in the locker room. That they've really bought into everything we've been talking about, Jesse. And and the football side of it is great that it's changing, but our grades are changing. That they're getting better. Discipline's going down in the school, and that's
discipline going down in a good way.
In a good way,
Yeah.
and all that's the important stuff.
They gave the game ball to Ashley Jesse. I'm sure she wasn't expecting that. What was her reaction to that?
She was in tears. Ashley Jesse's the reason why I'm here. She's a great principal. She's unbelievable. I mean, she took a chance on me when, probably wasn't anybody else in the community wanted me. They wanted somebody else, and these kids have bought in. The community's bought in, and it all started with Ashley, and she does an unbelievable job in that school, and she really supports athletics and is really a part of it. She's our biggest cheerleader.
Let's get into the game. You guys opened that up with Omarion and the 90-yard kickoff return, and he told us on set just a minute ago that was actually supposed to be a reverse on that play.
It was. We had set it up all week, and they hadn't kicked it that deep, and they'd done a great job kicking it to the sideline, and we was going to run a reverse with our freshman Jai Hunley, and Omarion caught it, and Jai did a great job because he turned around and made a key block for him.
Y'all score on the opening kickoff. You force a 3-and-out. You block a punt there, and y'all take advantage of it immediately. Baker Dance throws a touchdown to Shannon Blair, and it's 14-0. 2.5 minutes into the game, and you can just sense over on the Jefferson County sideline that they're shell-shocked a little bit.
Yeah, we challenged the kids all week in the heat that we wanted to start fast, and we really challenged our kickoff return team. We didn't really know which one was going to be starting the game. We wanted to set the tempo there, and Omarion did that. We thought we had a big advantage in special teams, and I think that showed tonight.
You see the big run there from Isaiah Mattress, but we got to see John Cup run the ball. We got to see Jai Hunley score. This backfield's really kind of coming into its own right now.
It is. We have a lot of weapons right now that we can run or throw behind an experienced offensive line, and I was really happy for Shannon to get his first touchdown this year. He's a guy that works really hard for us.
We talked with Omarion before he left the set about, for guys like himself who've been in the program for so long, getting wins like this mid-season not only helps them recover faster, but it also helps these freshmen that you guys not only have playing, but even the younger guys, maybe number 2, number 3 in the depth chart, to get them experience and not only build depth for the rest of this season, but for years to come.
Well, it's always good when you can get some of those young guys in the game, because they was out here running Jefferson County's offense and Jefferson County's defense all week, and they're the most important people we have Monday through Thursday, and for them to get a chance to play on Friday night, it's huge, and it's just going to help us next week for practice.
Speaking of next week, you guys face Oak Ridge. Looks like the last I checked, they were winning against Farragut deep into the second half. I don't know the final for that score yet. We'll update everybody out there, but Oak Ridge looks like they're starting to find their offense a little bit.
Oak Ridge is going to be a well-coached football team. They're going to give us everything they have. It's going to be a big challenge going into Oak Ridge and win, and it's a huge region game for us. And, our kids are going to come back here on Monday and start looking at Oak Ridge, but we're going to focus on ourselves and try to be as good as we can be next Friday night at 7:30.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks again for coming on the show with us. And that's Lamar Brown, head football coach at West High School. First 4-0 start in program history, and they've now been on 5 Star Live twice after that win after Farragut, and now a 49-22 win over Jefferson County. Hey, we're going to catch a break right here on 5 Star Live. We're going to come back, take you around the area, look at some highlights, some scores, and some standout players right here on 5 Star Live. Stick with us. into 5 Star Live. Jesse Smithy along with J1 Mitchell as we broadcast live from West High School, where the Rebels' first 4-0 start in school history. We just got off the set with Lamar Brown, head football coach here at West High School, and Amarion Wright, who had a 90-yard kickoff return, also helped up set up some other scores for West High School, and they got a big game coming up next week with Oak Ridge. All right, Jared, let's we got some social media comments from 5 Star Live. I remind everybody, if you want to comment or ask us questions, talk about a game, or just talk about somebody you saw tonight, hashtag it 5 Star Live. We'll put it up on the screen. Philip Pike, all right, what was the biggest reason AC was able to beat South Doyle? I think, number one, it's the motivation. We picked Anderson County to lose this game by 19 points. And I heard about it. There were people texting me, there's no way Anderson County's going to lose this game to South Doyle, especially not by 19 points. And I was wrong. They were right. So they do a great job of motivating kids up at Anderson County. Number two, Stone Hatmaker had a fantastic night throwing the football. He also scored on the ground. So this is a first-year quarterback who had to take over for Stanton Martin, who was a two-time Mr. Football finalist. And so it's going to take maybe 3 or 4 weeks to really fill out the guys around you. Even though you've been through all the preseason and everything, you got to have some in-game reps, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You got to have that experience, and like you said, that was some big shoes to fill, you know, coming behind a guy like that. So it'll take some time, but it looks like you said, he's getting his footing, he's getting comfortable, and he's fitting in.
So I already had to apologize on Twitter. I went ahead and got that out of the way. I congratulated them on their win.
So you put the chip on their shoulder.
I put the chip on their shoulder.
You
Also, look, I don't want to make excuses for South Doyle because they have plenty of talent.
Yeah,
They lost their quarterback, Mason Brang, to a leg injury, a pretty bad leg injury, and he's going to be up on the shelf for a while. So that's an easy excuse to point to and say, well, South Doyle's quarterback was out. That's the only reason why Anderson County won that game. That's not true whatsoever. South Doyle has plenty of talent. They have a capable quarterback.